Hey, welcome to my channel. And this is a place where I do one thing. I teach the Bible. I teach the Bible all the time. So I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notified every time I put something out. Give me a thumbs up, make comments. That helps the algorithm get it out to more people. In Galatians chapter 1, the Apostle Paul is kind of defending his gospel and defending his ministry. In verse 23 of chapter 1, he says this, profound statement. He says, they only heard the report. The man who formerly persecuted us is now proclaiming the faith he once tried to destroy. Christians had heard of Saul of Tarsus. That was his name before he became Paul. He was the guy who held the cloaks of the people who stoned Stephen to death for the cause of Christ. And he consented to that death. Basically, it was an execution. He was going around the country arresting and persecuting Christians, trying to destroy the faith. And on his way to Damascus with authority to arrest and persecute people, believers, he was confronted by Jesus, and a bright light blinded him for a few days. And he surrendered to Jesus Christ and was baptized and started preaching the faith he once tried to destroy. Started doing that right off the bat. Got right to it. Those following Christ were amazed at how God changed Saul of Tarsus, who took on the name Paul and was appointed an apostle by Jesus Christ himself. He evangelized all over the world of his time. He wrote letters to churches that he'd worked with. In fact, 13 of those letters are in our New Testament. They comprise the New Testament. A good part of the doctrine of salvation was written by Paul under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. His life was totally transformed, totally changed by Christ. And he spent the rest of his life preaching the faith that he once tried to destroy. Folks, the faith changes Saul's life. And he became the greatest preacher of the gospel in history. The greatest. Nobody's greater. The faith still changes lives today, always. I saw a man come to Christ who had spent several years of his life in a youth prison for knifing a rival gang member to death. Second-degree murder was what he was convicted of. He came to Christ, and the last time I saw him, he was taking Christ to gang members so that they could know Christ and get their lives changed by the power of God. That's where he is today. The faith changes lives all the time, happens all the time. And what's needed most in our world? The faith proclaimed that gets inside people and changes their lives, fixes them all up. A lot of people need fixed up. The faith does that. That's what it majors in. That is what this channel is about. And it's amazing to me. You know, I haven't been doing this that long. But it's amazing when I look at some of the places where people listen to this, literally all over the world and all over the United States. People all over the world listen to this little channel of mine. Kind of cracks me up in a way. When people hear the faith that is Christ and his death paying for sin and his bodily resurrection from the dead to beat death back once and for all for good and forever, their lives can be changed. Help me get it out and make an impact on people. I will talk to you real soon. Bless your heart.